Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Six Man Blitz. I'm Jake Lynch. Tyler Hero came out and said, I'm going to wake a bunch of people up this year like I did in the bubble. This factor cap.
Yeah. Hey, but what's everybody? I'm Micah. Devin Williams, Brewers pitcher, fractured his hand celebrating. He might be out for the rest of the year now. Hope it was worth it, man. He's not going to be popping champagne.
No, definitely not. But it reminds me of when Stoudemire, he punched the fire extinguisher and he broke his hand too. What are people doing, man? These are valuable. These hands they're valuable.
Don't use your hands.
Never use your hands. But hey, welcome to Six Man Blitz podcast. We had a great show for you guys today. Go over what happened a little bit in week 3. Go into week 4, of course. Get you guys covered for everything you need to know for week 4. Some big time matchups. NFL has been amazing these last few weeks, man.
Yes, bro.
A lot of upsets, a lot of storylines we never thought would happen. Rookie quarterbacks have been struggling. So I got all that I need to know. And then Blitz Draft at the end. Last one was a little lopsided. So this one, hopefully, is a little better for Michael, man.
If I get the first pick, bro, it might be a little lopsided too.
We're going to go football players or basketball players you love to see. Basketball players you love to see play football. You know, with the whole LeBron Manning cast thing. So that came to our mind. But obviously, there's the first choice. We know this. Yeah. So obviously you said you want to try to get first pick. I think I am too. But hey, we got a great show for you guys though. But make sure to subscribe to Six Man Blitz on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or you listen to podcasts. Go to Blazer on there, man. Hit that plus button next to Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Download episodes. Help us go a long way. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I know you guys see the new YouTube thumbnail, man. We're going to be coming different with the YouTube thumbnails. Make sure to check out a new mini-series, too, on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Huff's post-game show and then Lynch's Fantasy Corner, man. So we're going to be doing more little snippets of that. Mike has got a Big Brother video coming out soon. So recap the whole year and everything you know about that. You got anything else before we head into this, though?
Steelers fans, all that shit you was talking in our comments. The Bengals have a better record than you, right?
Yeah. The Steelers are the worst team in the NFC North. Man, who would have thought?
We would have thought. We said it. Hey, it's going to get worse. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are going to win tonight. So that means they're going to be 3-1. Steelers, Big Ben is looking terrible. He's got an injury, too. So I don't know how long the Steelers team lasts.
The Steelers play the Green Bay Packers, man. So, hey, I never root for the Packers, but go Pack, go, baby. Yeah, that. We hate the Steelers over here now. Hate is a strong word, but we hate them.
To the fullest extent.
Man, the numbers keep going up on that post, too. More people keep saving it, sending it to other people. You might want to save it some more, man. We're coming at that. Hey, but you got anything else before we wrap it up?
No, let's wrap it up.
Hey, man, let's get into it. Intro.
Touchdown Bears! No way! Fires. Yes! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
All right, we're back. Now let's get into some NFL Week 4. While we cover NFL Week 4, we're going to be recapping Week 3 as well, too. So let's start off with one of the worst games on Sunday, of course. Always got to start there. Falcons, Washington football team. Not a lot of people were surprised Washington even picked up the dub. A lot of people were saying Washington, worst team in the league. But a lot of people were saying, hey, watch out for Washington, man. They're going to be sleeping this year. They're going to surprise some people and some teams. But their defense is what's been, holding them back. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this defense should have been one of the best? It was going very early in fantasy. Everyone kept picking it, but it's been looking like one of the worst defenses. I just don't know what to do for this game, man. It's honestly one of those up in the air kind of games. Nobody would have thought that going into the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I really for this game. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons won, but I want to take the safe bet, which is the football team. Tyler Heineke might have a good game, but Curtis Samuel he practiced this week too, so that could be addition.
That is a good sign.
But I don't know this Falcons team. You never know with them.
Never know. And
I'm going to take the football team in this game though.
Yeah, I think that's the safe choice. And then if I'm picking this game, I'm not picking the Falcons. That's just something I can't do right now. But the defense is their points allowed per game, Washington is 29th and Falcons are 30th. So it's not looking good for both teams.
That close.
They're that close. They're right there. One is 30.7, Washington, and then Falcons at 31.3. So they're right there, really neck and neck. But I think if you're a betting person, you can't bet against the Falcons, or you can't bet with the Falcons. So there's just no way I can pick the Falcons, especially this Washington team is young, very young, and they lost their veteran quarterback lost their, I don't even know how to describe Fitzpatrick, guys. He's not a veteran. Or he is a veteran, but he's not like – when you think of veteran – yeah, journeyman quarterback. Because you think veteran, they've been on team for a while. Journeyman quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick, there we go. So they lost that and had to go Heineke the whole way. And Antonio Gibson, man, finally got loose last week. They got blown out, but he's finally getting ready, getting going. So that's a good sign for Washington. Scary Terry, man. But I want to see if Calvin really finally opens up, man. I know he's leading the team in receiving yards. But he only has 175. He hasn't even cracked 200 yet. A lot of receivers have cracked 200. Some have even reached 300. And Calvin really expects him to reach a big jump after Julio Jones being wide receiver 1. He just hasn't produced that much yet. And he only has 1 touchdown. Matt Ryan only has 4 through 3 games.
And even Cordell Patterson is stepping in there, getting some production in that offense.
Yeah, huge production.
And this is his role. This is his time. But start Cordell Patterson. Hey, I'm not gonna steal your shine from your fantasy start him, sit him, but start Cordell Patterson.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how you know if you're watching the videos, man. But so yeah, I think we're both on Washington here. I just can't bet against Washington right now. They haven't proved anything, but Falcons haven't proved anything either, and I'm not gonna pick the Falcons. Next game, the biggest spread in the NFL this year is this game right here. Texans at Bills. Line is 17 right now. The biggest underdogs Texans have been since they opened up 2002. And I mean, I don't even know where to start. I think it's just the Bills are going to blow them out.
And you see the Bills' performance lately, 40 points every game back to back.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins are a good defense too.
Yeah, very good
defense, and they got banged. But I think this Bills team is going to run all over. And they're going to kill this Texas team. Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs, they're all having 100 yards. It's going to happen. Now, if Tyrod Taylor was playing in this game.
That's a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story. But, Davis Mills, your guy, you're very high on him. I'm not. I think he's a scorer.
I'm not very high on him. I just thought he was going to light up the Panthers.
Yeah. But no, the Panthers got after his ass.
Hey, my guy is Zach Wilson. In this class is Zach Wilson.
Oh, okay.
I'll go on that a little more, but my guy is Zach Wilson. But, John, you can't go betting against Josh Allen. You can't do it, especially Josh Allen versus Davis Mills. If you pick Davis Mills, something is wrong with you. You either went to Stanford, have a long neck, or you're just a Texas fan. There's literally no other way around it.
No, Mitchell Trubisky might even get some ticket this game. He might even throw a touchdown.
Hey, we will talk about Mitchell a little, and we talk about Bears Lions. We will talk about Mitch, but yeah, Mitch might get some love, man. But I think Bills big here. I don't even think it's a contest. I don't even think, especially since it's at Buffalo. Nah, Bills Mafia gonna run through the Texans. But then, hey, so talking about Mitch Trubisky, man. Bears or Lions at Bears. What we got in this one? I know you have the Bears, but or do you?
I'm nervous. I am nervous to pick the Bears, honestly, because you see the Lions' performance against the Ravens, against the Packers in the first half. They're competitive, but they find a way to be the Lions still. But I think the Bears are going to win this, hopefully. But I'm not so. If Nick Foles is a quarterback, it doesn't. I hope Fields is a quarterback, but it really doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I think the Bears have enough to beat the Lions, but it's going to be close. It's going to be like last year. Swift drops a touchdown to win the game. It's going to be exactly like that, I think.
All right, and where I am in this game, I'm just like the Lions always just beat themselves. The Lions never lose games. The Lions lose it to themselves. And, if the Bears end up winning here, it will be because the Lions lose. like to themselves. Lions will beat themselves up somehow. But I think Jared Goff, man, I like Jared Goff this year, man. Already has 801 passing yards. He's getting a lot of people involved, getting T.J. Hockenson involved, getting DeAndre Swift involved in the passing game. You know, I like this Lions team.
Now, how many sacks do you think the Lions are going to get in this game?
You know, I can't really name anybody on the defensive line for the Lions, but you know, if I can't, if I can't, I'm going 3 then. Yeah, I really can't name anybody on the Lions defensive line.
They got a good defensive lineman. I think he's from the Patriots or something. He came from the Patriots, but I can't tell you his name off the top of my head.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery to me and you both. You know, Dan Campbell's first rivalry game, Lions, Bears. Is he going to win? Is he going to lose? I don't know. So I'm going Lions here, though. I just think
Lions?
I'm going to Lions. Lions are going to get the first dub of the year, man. And I just not picking the Bears, man. I can't do it.
The number one rule I have as picks, I might call me biased if you want. I never bet against the Bears. I don't care who they're playing. They could be playing the Chiefs. I never bet against the Bears. You look at the rankings, it's proof. Never bet against them.
And that's why you finished last in the last 2, right? In the last 2 pick'ems, right? That's you, right?
Hey, bro, it's a collective effort. We were tied.
Hey, you've been pretty bad the last few weeks, and the Bears have been holding you back.
I know, man. 1 away.
All right, and I got Lions, so I got Bears. I think it's separate. The Bears just disappoint me, man, and I just can't continue to pick them. I actually do like this Lions team, though. Like the Browns, obviously we weren't winning the game. Who did the Bears play week 1?
They played the Rams.
Obviously we weren't beating the Rams. Bengals, that's a different story. Joe Burrow played bad. If Joe Burrow didn't play bad, it's a different game. But hey, we've been good against Jared Goff. Been Jared Goff killers, but I'm going Lions in this game. Different Jared Goff, man. He's from the mean streets of Detroit now, man. But all right, so let's go to Panthers at Cowboys. Cowboys, man, they've been looking like the best team in the NFC East, surprisingly.
Yes, by a lot. And their defense, you could even say their defense is one of the best. Hey,
I think it's safe to say their defense is the best in the NFC East. I mean,
and they don't even.
It should have been Washington.
Marcus Lawrence.
Yeah, right. It should have been Washington. Definitely not the Eagles. Definitely not the Giants. So I think Cowboys have the best defense in the NFC East. So who would have thought?
And Dak is looking good, bro. Dak is looking like the offense is looking good, but the head coach is going to get in the way. He's going to find a way. He can't tell time. He is definitely you could look at Kellen Moore or even Dan Quinn. He's got the defense playing good. Shit, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm making that move. Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn can take the job easily.
Dan Quinn is a better defense coordinator than head coach. It is not even close. Look what he did in Seattle, and then look what he did in Atlanta. And then look what he did now. He's a way better defensive coach now, or as a DC role than a head coach. He should be one of those guys that should never be a head coach again. A Lovie Smith kind of role like that. So I do like Dan Campbell.
With a lot of guys too, yeah. Todd Bowles, you saw him with the Jets, he looked bad, but him on the Bucs, it's a different story. Yeah,
different story. In this game, I like the Cowboys here. The Panthers defense is good, but when they lost Horn. That is a huge loss. Now they did get Henderson from the Jaguars, but he's not going to be ready right now. You're not going to pick a defense in 2 days. It's just not going to happen. So I do like Cowboys here, especially with Horn out. This passing attack from Dallas is going to open up even more. And Zeke's been playing good too, man. Zeke's been running the ball, 199 yards rushing. And with Christian McCaffrey out, they won't have as much offensive firepower. They still have DJ Moore, so Robbie Anderson. They'll still do good offensively. But first week without Christian McCaffrey is going to be, you're not going to get over it that quick. It's like when you break up with your girlfriend. You're not getting over her that quick, man. It's not going to be within a week. You got to take some healing process, some healing time. So Christian McCaffrey, Panthers broke up with Christian McCaffrey. They can't get over it week 1. So that's why I'm going Cowboys.
This is definitely a prove-it game for the Panthers, though.
Definitely.
They had their defensive front is probably one of the best in football. Obviously with Horn out, but I don't know. Like this Cowboys offensive line mauled the Eagles defensive line last week, and the defensive line for the Eagles is actually pretty good. They got some dudes, Fletcher Cox and Hargrove. Like those guys are good.
Yep.
I think if they can, the Cowboys can set this run game up. I think that's gonna set up their offensive passing attack and shit. That passing, the rushing attack that the Panthers have, they're not gonna be able to get to the quarterback if they running the ball down their throat. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. They won't need a pass. I think it's gonna be fun to watch what Chuba Hubbard does. I think Chuba Hubbard's a great back at Oklahoma State. Broke all the Big 12 records and everything, but it's the NFL now. So this is Big 12 football. So he's got to get adjusted to it. He's got to get used to it. So I'm going Cowboys. So you're going Cowboys too?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys too.
I think just because it's at home, I think it's a little different narrative. Jerry's world. God looking down on his team. That's why the stadium's open. So give me the Cowboys.
Did you just compare Jerry Jones to God?
No. You never heard of why AT&T had you can open it and close it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Next to one of the most interesting matchups right here. Baltimore traveling 2 Mile High playing the Broncos. Two great teams. No one would have thought Broncos opened the year up 3-0. Nobody would have thought Ravens would have been 2-1 at this point. Ravens had a tough schedule here so far. A lot expected 3. Many people thought 3-0 was 3-0. Teddy Two Gloves has been playing amazing, man. Lamar Jackson late in games have been amazing. So who you got in this game, man? I think a lot of people are splitting this one.
I got the Ravens, but this is a proven game for the Broncos too.
I think a lot of teams 3-0 are proven games. I think a lot of these 3-0 teams are playing some good opponents.
Now, KJ Hamler's out, but I think Tim Patrick, they got depth at the receiver position. Noah Fant, and their running backs are still healthy. So I think defensively, they have so much depth too, the Broncos, but the Ravens are getting healthier. They're getting some guys back. Bateman and Boykin are back. They got activated from IR, but we don't know if they're going to play this week. But if they do, Lamar got his weapons back. Come on, give me the Ravens.
I like what you're saying about Miles Boykin, Providence alum, no free shoutouts, and then Rashad Bateman. But I think it's safe to say they needed this. If you watch the game, Marquise Brown dropped 2 or 3 easy touchdowns. It shouldn't even have been a close game. When is it time to say Marquise Brown is a bust?
But he looked good in the previous weeks, though.
He's looked good, but this game in Detroit, he dropped 2, 3 open touchdowns. Different game. Are we taking the Hollywood nickname away? Isn't we just calling him Marquise Brown now? Does he deserve the Hollywood
Brown at this point?
He doesn't even deserve the Hollywood nickname at this point. And that's just so I think it's great to see Bateman and Boykin back. But like you said, I like Tim Patrick for the Broncos, man. And I seen Danny Kelly, he's for the Ringer. He said if Tim Patrick was on other teams, he'd be wide receiver number 2, number 3. But since he's on this loaded Broncos, receiving KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy, he's wide receiver number 4. Best wide receiver number 4 in the league. But if he was on a different team that needed some receivers, he'd be one of the most popular receivers in the league. He would have been balling. But now he finally has his time to shine. I think, if you watch the Lynch's Fantasy Corner, you should have added Tim Patrick.
No, bro, literally after I watched the thing, I added Tim Patrick to my wave claims thing.
You got to, man. You got, especially
before somebody else see this.
Yeah. Especially you, because you have Darnell Mooney wide receiver too. So you need
got rid of Mooney, bro.
You need someone like that. But I think Tim Patrick, great ad. Teddy Bridgewater, these Broncos receivers keep going down. Handler, is biting the dust right now with it's quad or hamstring, one of the 2 muscle groin strains. But if those receivers didn't get hurt for the Broncos, I would go to Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ravens in this one though. And I'm not really confident in my Ravens pick though. I might teeter back and forth.
I'm not either, bro.
I might teeter back and forth before the picks come out on Friday when we post the picks. So I'm not sure if I'm going Broncos or Ravens. Right now I'm gonna say Ravens, but I'm not confident in that decision though. I think most people aren't either.
Definitely, yeah. The gap is that close. The Broncos could easily have a good game. and get the dub. But I think the safest bet is the Ravens.
Yeah. So yeah, both going Ravens in this one. Now let's go to the game we were talking about earlier. Steelers at Green Bay. I'm going Packers here. Go Pack, go baby. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. I'm going Aaron Rodgers and the boys here.
How much are you taking though? Like, what's the point differential?
It was 6.5 for the Packers.
It depends. Like, is Devin Bush, TJ Watt, are these guys going to play in this game?
Yeah, that is a big question mark.
The Packers, they looked good. They looked like they played a complete game, and they're looking hot too right now. So I think it's a bad week to go against the Packers. But now I'm going to take the Packers.
No, yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Devontae Adams, what he did Sunday Night Football, where he was in a tent for like 2 minutes, that was insane to me. We all watched the game. There's a dude with a concussion. The dude that only looks at concussions. Who is this guy? He's only looking at concussions. But hey, I mean, we found out the job. He didn't do his job, and he let Devontae Adams go back out there, who made 2 catches, who won me a fantasy game, by the way. Shout out that boy. So I got to go Packers in this one. After Devontae just won me the game, I'm going to Packers, and I don't like the Steelers anymore.
Aaron Jones going to run around that defense too, especially if they get banged up. So I can see it, bro.
Yeah, so, we're not going to spend a lot of time on that one. Steelers are a little banged up. Ben Roethlisberger is banged up too, but we did see Najee Harris go crazy last game. Najee Harris.
Bring in Cam Newton. Then we'll talk.
Who, the Steelers?
Yeah.
Hey, bring in Dwayne Haskins. Nah, I'm kidding. Hey, I bet you forgot he was even on the Steelers.
I did.
Yeah, exactly.
The last time I heard about him was when he got beat up by his girlfriend.
Yeah, right. So, allegedly. All right, so let's go to Miami. The teams have not been looking that good. Colts at Dolphins. Colts 0-3. They've had some close thrillers. Dolphins 1-2. Carson Wentz, they're hurt. He actually played last week. Jacoby Brissett, they're playing for Tua. So who do you have in this game? 1-2 versus 0-3.
I got the Colts in this one, honestly. The Colts, like the games they've been playing, they've been close. And there's been a couple mistakes they make. But I think this is their game to get back into the hunt, get back into their rhythm. The Dolphins are banged up. Hey, Tua, we don't know if Tua's going to play this week or not. But if he does, he's going to be in a lot of pain from that rib injury. That could affect his playing. He already plays bad. He doesn't need another thing to break his confidence. But no, I like the Colts in this game.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of you. I'm not a big Colts guy. I haven't really seen it. I haven't seen anything from them. Jacoby Brissett already has half the passing yards Carson Wentz has. Hey, and the Colts, Jacob Eason fell in the depth chart. Brad Huntley jumped. Brad Huntley jumped Jacob Eason. No, my boy Sam Ehlinger. He also returned to practice though. Wait till Sam Ehlinger, get some reps in practice, goes back to being the backup, and then I'm going with the Colts. It's a whole different game when Sam Ehlinger's in there. But Jonathan Taylor still hasn't scored a single touchdown yet. I think that's a little alarming, and for Colts fans who thought he was going to have a huge workload, he hasn't scored a touchdown yet. Now, I said the same thing for the Dolphins. Myles Gaskins hasn't scored a touchdown yet. So it's not been looking good for any team rushing the ball right here. But I think, this will be closer than people think. And I think with Dolphins, with the home field advantage, I think it's easy opt-out for me to say Dolphins, man. And Carson Wentz, man, he's not an NFL quarterback.
Nah, he's not looking good.
I'll die on that hill, man. Carson Wentz is not a good NFL quarterback. And I think it's easy.
What happened to him? Something had to happen to him. Like his confidence is down or something. Because how do you go from looking like an MVP quarterback to like what he is now?
He was so good that year. Yeah. The Eagles were too. And Carson, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I'm trying to find an analogy for him, and I just can't. All right, Happy Gilmore when he got ran over, and then he couldn't drive the ball anymore. I feel like that's kind of the same, the ropes. But it hasn't been the same. Hey, at least he won that, the tournament. He won his house back. Happy Gilmore, of course. Carson Wentz hasn't done shit after that, so it's not the same. But I'm just saying, I actually watched that movie today. Not for the first time though, not for the first time, but I did watch that movie today. That's all I'm saying. I need to watch more movies so I can say those analogies. All right, now let's go to Minnesota. The Browns at Minnesota.
Gold Nation.
In the dome. Man, the Browns look good, man. The Browns look good. The Browns are hot. 2-1. Baker Mayfield's looking good. He only has 2 touchdowns on the year through 4 games. But when you have Nick Chubb to run the ball, 262 for 3 touchdowns. And Kareem Hunt is leading the team in receiving yards. Jarvis Landry, and that's, take that with a grain of salt. Jarvis Landry's been battling injuries. Odell finally played his first game. There has been a steady number 1 receiver. So just wait till they get their number 1 receivers back. Their 1-2 punch, and then this Browns team get nasty. You saw the defense last week: 9 sacks. Myles Garrett 4.5.
Best defense in the NFL.
After that, if you had the Browns on fantasy last week, man, you were blessed. You probably won your league. You probably won won by
60 points.
How many points did the Browns have?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna look that up. You can talk about the game while I look it up.
Okay. Now this one, I think like the Vikings, they've been a competitive team. They won 1 game, but I think this Browns team is going to be too much for the Vikings, especially with their defense, how they're playing. I think they're going to run all over them, man. Kirk Cousins, be ready, because that pocket is going to be nowhere, man. Jadeveon Clowney is back. Jadeveon Clowney is earning his money, even though it's against, German Afidi on the Bears. I mean, does that really mean he's back?
No, definitely not.
Or Jason Peters?
I'm just trying to find this how many points the Browns scored last week. They only scored 18 points in fantasy.
Bro, are you serious?
They had 1 to 6 points allowed, 4 points, each sack 9 points, and less than 100 total yards, which is only 5 points. If you get less than 100 total yards, you should get more than 5 points. So for this game, I really don't know what to say. I was zoned out, honestly. But who you got? You got the Browns?
Yeah, I got the Browns big in this.
Yeah, I'm going Browns too. I kind of said it a little earlier. But Kirk Cousins, man, top 3 in passing yards, 918 yards. Pick him up fantasy, QB4. Dalvin Cook, it was a huge loss for him not playing last week. And if he plays this week, that's a whole different ball game. When you have options like Justin Jefferson on the outside, Thielen on the inside, and Dalvin Cook out the backfield, man, you should be winning every game. You should be winning every damn game.
And even their backup running back had a really good day. My brother had him on fantasy.
Yeah.
Smoked my ass, man.
Yeah,
he had 100 yards rushing and like 60 yards receiving.
Yeah, he's good at the backfield and everything. But I got Browns in this one. I still need to see if Dalvin Cook being cleared or not. But I think the Browns team is very good. Defense is going to stop a lot of what they're doing, trying to do offensively. Hey, let's go to the game. No one's going to be watching the 1 o'clock hour. Down to the Caesars Superdome, got a new name. Giants at Saints. First home game for the Saints all year, which is actually kind of surprising. So I don't care who the hell the Saints are playing. First home game after a hurricane. Give me the Saints by 50, man. And it's the Giants.
Saints and Giants.
It's one of those games where it's post, like drama, post stress, post whatever you want to call it. So, give me the Saints.
I like the Saints in this game too, but like it depends on what Jameis we're gonna see. Are we gonna see one that struggles like in the Panthers game, or we're gonna see one where he like throws for 100 yards, 5 touchdowns, some crazy stat?
He still hasn't thrown over 150 yards in a single game.
Are you serious?
He only has 387 passing yards, but he has 7 touchdowns, only 2 picks. One of the best touchdowns interception ratio in the league. Famous Jameis, Tom, he's back, baby.
That's your boy too.
That's the boy, man. He's killing it.
Hey, who's his receivers? Who is he throwing it to?
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't really been throwing to anybody, man.
I picked up Callaway, bro, and he has done nothing for me. I had him on my bench, and I haven't started him yet. But like I've just
don't start any Saints receivers. They're the leading receiver, 6 catches, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. That's some Justin Jefferson or no, Jamar Chase has got those the last 3 games. He's already got that stat line the last 3 games.
Sad, bro. You need to get him some help. I see Chris Hogan's on this team too now.
Hey,
oh no, they got Kenny Stills.
Yeah, the Saints, the receivers, man, are not looking that good, looking banged up. You just wait till they get Mike T back. But as for Mike T, they're still not very, they don't got a lot of depth. The Giants are the worst team in the league. I'm giving that phrase over to the Giants. The Giants are officially the worst team in the league.
And they are talented, though. Like, if you look at their roster, they should be more competitive. But, it's the Giants.
Yeah, it's literally the Giants, man. There's literally no other way to put it, man. It's the Giants. You can't look at it any other way. Now let's go Titans at Jets. Jets 0-3, Titans 2-1. Now, the receivers are questionable. Did not practice for the Titans. A.J. Brown did not practice.
Brown might be out for a week or 2.
Julio Jones did not practice on Wednesday. So it's up in the air for these receivers. Julio Jones leads the team now receiving in yards. But this anything can happen with your top 2 receivers out, man. Top 2. And that's why I'm going to Jets here. Give it to New York.
The Jets?
Nah.
Henry's going to have like 300 yards rushing against them.
I'm not picking the Jets, man. I want to, though, but I'm not picking it. Like last year, I got into a stretch where I'm like, Jets are going to win, man. Jets are going to win, man.
You picked them against the Raiders, bro.
They should have won that game. I'm still mad that they didn't win that game. So I'm going Jets. So like last season, I was going Jets, and then I didn't go Jets. They won, but I think we're going to see that stretch again. But for the Jaguars, I think the Jets are going to win the game for the Jaguars. But yeah. So Titans, man, I think at MetLife, Titans are huge favorites. Obviously, Braxton Burrows is the leading receiver for the Jets, and
he's still on their team.
150 yards. And Michael Carter, he was great at North Carolina. Everyone thought he was going to be big. Pick him on fantasy, this and that. Through 3 games, guess how many rushing yards he has?
How many?
89. But guess how many attempts he has, though? 24. Now, compare that to Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry's getting the ball way more than him. But Derrick Henry has 80 attempts. 80 to 24, and then Derrick Henry is 353 to 84 or 89. That the Jets, they need to start running the ball to win here. They keep passing the ball way more than they need to. Zach Wilson's throwing the ball like 40 times every game, at least 30 times every game. So if they want to start winning here, they need to run the ball.
They go. Their running back's gonna be running for damn life, bro. Like their O-line is terrible.
Yeah. Especially with Becton that's been banged up, that doesn't help. But Vershey Tucker, the dude that drafted in the first round, has been a solid pick for them. But with Becton, your tackle out, it's not going to help you at all. Not going to help with a young rookie quarterback out. So that's what the Jets need to look for next year, man. And if you're a Jets fan, you're already looking towards next year, and that's again offensive line.
Isn't that like every year for the Jets for a while?
Well, I feel like it hasn't been the line. It's just been, let's get anything possible.
Yeah.
And they had Adam Gase, so it was like, get the hell out of Adam Gase.
True.
So you got Titans in this one?
Yeah, Titans big, man. Derrick Henry's going to have a field day.
That's good for my fantasy team, man. All right, so let's go Chiefs at Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Andy Reid returning back to the crib he once built with his own hands. I'm just kidding, of course. But the Chiefs team has been struggling. 1-2 to open up the year, losing to the Ravens and the Chargers, who 2 teams that have been quality wins. But everyone keeps talking about the Chiefs offensive line. Oh, it's revamped. Oh, this and that. This offensive line sucks. And they're talking about, we don't need Sammy Watkins. Who is your wide receiver number 2? They haven't been. Tyreek Hill has not got that loose. Hasn't got loose this year. This Chiefs team does not look that good, man. And I'm not picking the Eagles, but this Chiefs team does not look good.
Like if the Eagles played a little better against the Cowboys, I would have probably picked the Eagles.
Yeah, because the way they played, week 2, they look good, man.
But hey, anything can happen in the NFL. Like these first 3 weeks have been crazy.
Right.
The Eagles could upset the Chiefs.
Yeah, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they did. Like I'm not like I wouldn't be like, oh, the Eagles won. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, me either. But I'm taking the Chiefs. They're gonna get their shit together. That's what I think. They're gonna get their shit together. Hopefully, the defense plays better. Hey, we might see Josh Gordon. Maybe.
That's another thing we need to talk about. Josh Gordon, man. When do you expect him really to play?
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe like 2 weeks. Get him in the system. Get him back in football shape. Maybe 2 weeks.
Not a bad.
They don't need him to come off the end. They unless he was like a defensive player that was coming up. We need you now.
Yeah.
But he's an offensive player, receiver. Maybe like a week or 2.
Yeah, you need to learn the playbook and everything. You need to learn to where to get lined up. It's hard for receivers to adjust, but both got Kansas City Chiefs in this one. Closer than people think, though. Now this might be his actual game of the week. This should be the game of the week. Cardinals at Rams. 2 high-powered offenses. 2 teams that are in the best division in football. The Cardinals at Rams. Hey, take it away, man. I don't want to steal any of your fire part.
Who are you taking? I'm gonna go for this game. I'm gonna go with the Rams because Matthew Stafford has been looking too good. The defense is looking good. This Rams team is different with Matthew Stafford, but it's gonna be a good game. I think the Cardinals are gonna bring it. They're gonna play great against this division rival, but I think Kyler Murray sometimes makes too many mistakes. He makes those weird mistakes in a game, and I think you can't do this against this Rams team. Kyler Murray has to be perfect in this game. No turnovers, but the Rams, this Rams team is the best team in the NFC right now.
No, yeah, the Rams are so good, man. My question would be, who was guarding Cooper Kupp? This Cardinals team does not have a cornerback number 1 that I feel very confident with guarding Cooper Kupp. Now, if it was Pat P, I'd be like, okay.
Maybe.
hey, but this year, fuck Pat P. I don't know, man.
I forgot he was on the Vikings.
And they keep showing them clips of him getting routed up. I'm like, that one referee after he did the Euro step, that little kid, the ref. Now that's how I've been looking, man. But I was gonna go to the Cardinals, but after asking that one question, I think the Rams in this one, man. Who is gonna guard Cooper Kupp? Who's gonna guard Rob Woods? But then on the flip side, D-Hop on Jalen Ramsey. But then
that's gonna be interesting to see too.
But then what about Rondale Moore? What about Christian Kirk?
Green.
What about AJ Green? What about these other receivers the Cardinals have, though? And losing Brandon Staley, that does hurt. Losing Troy Hill, losing all these other safeties does hurt the Rams. And that might get exploited. You know what? Give me the Cardinals in this one. Give me the Arizona Cardinals in this one. I like the matchup. I like that. Because the Rams, man, they have Ramsey and Donald. They don't have those other playmakers on the defense side. That's why I'm going the Cardinals in this one. I like the Cardinals on the road. I do. I like the Cardinals here.
Now, what is the Rams' one weakness, though? Their running game. I haven't been able to get that going yet. Who's that guy? Sony Michel. They have Henderson, who's out. But It's going to be interesting to see once they figure that out. They're going to be unstoppable together.
Yep, no doubt. So I'm going Cardinals in this one. Cliff Kingsbury hasn't really beat Sean McVay here, and I think this is a great opportunity to go in LA with a great game plan around DeAndre Hopkins and the boys, man, because D-Hop's not going to get that lot of love. He's on Jalen Ramsey. They have been going back and forth for years. But
AJ Green too, bro. Remember he choked.
I remember he punched him. I can't forget about that, man. The AJ Green. Let's talk about the real matchup here. AJ Green versus Jalen Ramsey. All right, so let's go. Let's stay in the NFC West. Seahawks at 49ers at Levi Stadium.
Many good games this week.
So many good games. A bunch of good games on a 4:00 slate. We're not done yet, man. But when is it time to take Jimmy G out, man? When is it time to take Jimmy G is holding the 49ers back. I don't care. Anybody says it should be 3-0 right now. They should have beat the Packers. I don't think the Seahawks are that good this year, man. And I think the 49ers are way above them. Seahawks are NFC West. the Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, and it's like the Seahawks, man. I think those three teams all the way up here, that's the Seahawks, man. I don't think Seahawks are that good this year, man. And I think the Niners are really going to prove it.
If you put the Seahawks in in the NFC North, you put them in any other NFC division, they might be at the top or at least the top two teams.
If you put them in the NFC North, different.
They're the number one team.
Yep.
But no, I like the 49ers in this game, whether that's Jimmy G or Trey Lance at quarterback. I think they could beat the Seahawks team. The Seahawks team has been struggling, but remember, Seahawks have Russell Wilson and Metcalf. Chris Carson is looking good, but I think the 49ers are going to be too much this team.
And the 49ers do have a banged up DB core. Losing Versett, that is a huge loss for them because they've been playing.
Kawan Williams is out.
They've been playing, Josh Norman, who, he's not a reliable guy. Hey, Sunday Night Football. All right, so we're both going Seahawks, right?
I'm going 49ers.
My bad. Both going 49ers. Both going. All right,
49ers.
Sunday Night Football. One of the biggest games of the year. Everyone's had a circle on a calendar. Week 4, Sunday Night Football. Tom Brady returning back to Foxborough, playing the Patriots. But I think it's Bucs game no matter what. I don't care. Bill Belichick, old team. I don't care about do your job, all the Patriot way. Tom Brady and the boys, man. They're gonna run through the Patriots. Tom Brady is on pace to break the single season touchdown passing record. He's on pace to do all that. He already has 10 touchdowns right now, 1,087 yards. They had played a close game last year, number 1 in the league in points per game, and they just added Richard Sherman. He's not gonna play this week, obviously. But the Bucs team looking way better than the Patriots. Way better.
They are a lot better. Yeah, the Bucs are a lot better. Mac Jones is only his best game was against another rookie quarterback. Yep. But think about it like this: Bill Belichick. When is he going to have his best game plan for another team against Brady? He's going to have his best game plan thrown out there defensively. So I think that the Patriots can play a little better defensively in this game. But I don't think offensively, I don't think they're going to be able to hit.
But Tom Brady knows the Patriots defense too. He went up against them for 17 years.
It's going to be a chess game, bro. That's literally.
You can do the Belichick knows Brady, but you also do the Brady knows Belichick thing. It can go both ways, man. And, we can see it either way. But I think the Bucs are going to be way too much for the Patriots. And look, Mac Jones couldn't even do good against the Saints defense last week. Saints defense is good, but this Bucs defense is way better.
But then the Bucs defense hasn't been looking that good though lately. Hey, hopefully they can get Shaq. Hey, hopefully they can get Jason Pierre-Paul back. Their pass rush because they need to get after the quarterback. Their secondary hasn't been looking good. That's why they picked up Richard Sherman. But hopefully, there is a chance the Patriots offense can play good in this game. But the Bucs.
All right. Is it time for the Blitz draft now?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Now, before this, I said I'll give you first pick, and I will. Okay. I'll give you the first pick. Now we're doing NBA players. You would love to play football. That would love to play football. So you got a team of 3. I'll let you go first. I got a squad, man. I got a squad.
All right. I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. LeBron at tight end.
You don't have to say a tight end. You don't have to say a tight end. You can say LeBron. All right. Actually, you can say position. You can say position.
Yeah, that's why I had him in mind. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going Zion at tight end.
Okay.
Huge body. He can jump out the gym, move left to right. I'm going Zion here. And I'm going Kevin Durant.
At what position?
Receiver.
Okay.
He's fast. You've seen him playing the flag
He's
football.
Not going to last a year, though, in the league, bro. Just 1 year. He's going to get his –
You've seen him in the flag football league when he played LeBron. He's going out there going cool. So, Kevin Durant at receiver.
I can see that, but yeah. Okay. All right, my pick's next. I'm going to go Shaq D-line.
Shaq D-line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm strategizing this. I got a weapon on the offensive end. Defense wins championships. So guess who I got at corner? Patrick Beverly at corner.
Why would you pick Pat Bev? You had Nate Robinson on the board. He actually played corner at Washington.
Nate Robinson is getting lit up.
All right, now for my last pick, I'm going offensive here. So I'm going all through offense. Quarterback, Allen Iverson. Now, Allen Iverson should have went to the range to play quarterback. Everybody's seen his mixtape, man. He's dirty with it. He's insane with it. So I'm going Allen Iverson. So I got Allen Iverson has some weapons. So your team, LeBron, Shaq,
Pat Beverly.
Now, who else did you have on your board? Let's hear it out.
I mean, I had some guys, but those like my top 3 I just picked right now. I like because I was figuring that you're gonna pick AI at quarterback, but no quarterback would be better in the NBA than in the NFL, like a general NFL quarterback. I thought so. I'm gonna pick pieces that can help build my team better. So I'm offensive weapon, LeBron easily. If I picked Zion, I would have put him at the end or something. I was thinking Greek Freak at the end.
Well, who else was on your board though?
Yeah, Greek Freak. I was thinking him. Yeah, those were mine.
I also had Lonzo Ball.
At quarterback?
Yeah, quarterback.
That would have been a decent pick.
Great vision, good pass, one of the best passers in the league. Maybe Steve Nash at Q2. A lot of these great quarterbacks that could pass. Nate Robinson, obviously. So I think there was some great options here. I think this would be.
I was thinking KD too, but hey, one hit, he goes across the middle, one hit right at the legs, his ass done.
Yeah, but he's still a great asset to have on your team, no matter what, man. All right, now let's go closing remarks, man. What do you have, man?
There's a lot of people in the NBA right now that are trying not to get the vaccine. Andrew Wiggins, Kyrie Irving. Now, what's so hard about it? What do you think is the thing that's stopping them from getting the vaccine? Is it the outlets, people?
Someone like Andrew Wiggins, he's not from America. He's from Canada, so it's a little different. It's a little other countries view it differently than us at America.
Yeah, true. Kyrie Irving, though, too. I think these guys are not going to be able to play home games for their team. Hey, if Wiggins comes and plays in New York or San Francisco too, he's not going to be able to play.
And if they can't play at home, there's so many other arenas he can't play in because of the rules. So it's not just home games; there's so many other games too. So if they're not getting the vaccine, they're gonna have to retire that year. And the Warriors would be like, "We can't have you on the team. We can't pay you this much money to only play 14 games this year."
Yeah, it's a waste of money, man.
It's
not that hard. Just get a little shot. Ain't nothing happened to me. I'm fine.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of articles out there are, putting out different stuff. This can happen, this can happen. So, I mean, anyway, I respect it either way, but you're getting paid that much money, man. You might want to keep playing basketball. All right, my closing remark would be, I just had his name. The Ohio State guy that quit at halftime.
Said fuck it.
Kayvon Pope. He locked out he was about to get in a blitz package. They waved him off. He went to the tunnel. Someone had to come and get him back. He wouldn't go in, threw his gloves in the crowd. Then he tweeted out, I got on Twitter at the game. Twitter finger said, F Ohio State. So, and he's in the transfer portal now, so it's not looking good for him. I don't know who would pick him up. I don't think anybody wants to pick him up. So it's not good news for him.
He fucked himself, bro. Yeah, after doing that,
Ohio State pretty much said, F you back, But what you got for song of the week, though?
Now the J. Cole's going on tour, so I'm gonna do my favorite song off album of the year. I'm gonna go My Life. It was a great song. Still bumping it. Sometimes with all these albums that dropped this year, you gotta remind yourself about the GOAT. J. Cole dropped this year. Remember that. Album of the year.
I'm going to the best brown boy alive, Nav, but I'm going Smoke Perp Phone featuring Nav. You in my phone, hello. Damn it. Kick it right down, let go.
I never listened to Smoke Perp.
No, I never either, but I listened to, it has Nav in it. So Great song overall. I'm going with that one. So, hey, remember to subscribe to 6 Man Blitz, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, this podcast. It'll help us go a long way. We're getting better at the thumbnails, which should help us go overall. We're coming out some mini series, coming out videos here and there. So we're expanding, man. We're evolving, man. We're not just podcast comes out every Friday. Now we got different content on YouTube, and we should have some different stuff coming soon. Maybe a vlog or something. Maybe a challenge. One of us too. Mike is getting healthy now, so hey, watch out, man. We're finna take over the game, man. Hey, we got some good blog posts coming soon. Read. By the time you listen to this, read my DJ Uncle Lele should play basketball blog. It's gonna be very funny. I'm gonna tag a bunch of guys from Barstool.
Hey, be careful. He might pull the old dude from Independence you did on you.
If he blocks this man, that'd be funny. 6 Man Blitz coming out with our own store soon, so come up. Be ready for that. But man, appreciate it. Coming up on a year soon. Year and 2 months, so that'd be pretty good.
Doing good in life.
You got anything else for the people, man? Before we close this out,
check out the NFL rankings. Be on the lookout for a Big Brother reaction video coming this week too. Hey, we have some things cooking. Look for them. Put the notifications on all social media platforms. Check us out. As always. Fuck the Steelers. That's our motto, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We don't mess with the Steelers over here, man. But, hey, that's all we got for you guys. Stay tuned for more content for us moving forward. Be active on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Active on all those, man. So, hey, that's all we got, though. Catch you guys next week. Peace.